Thank you so much for staying with us here on Monday Sports. We continue with the broadcast on sports here, and I'm joined by my friend here and colleague, Dennis Okeyo. He talks about athletics most of the time, but what do you make of Angelo Kutoi?
That was a brilliant performance from the young girl. Is someone I've followed, I think, since 2013. The last time I watched her play was in 2016 when she was playing against Judith Ngata at the Britam Kenya Open Championship at Nairobi Club. And at her age, she managed to beat Ngata. That's how impressive she has been.
She has won the under 14 in 2014, under 14,
yes.
Under 18
yes.
Recently, and now she's in the Wimbledon and she has won the doubles for the first time in the juniors category, and she's the first Kenyan to do so. Don't you think that we really owe her something big? In her name, we owe these tennis players a tennis stadium.
You're brilliantly said. Kenyan really deserve to really praise this girl. She has put Kenya on the map, and just imagine a tennis player coming from Kenya. That's already a big plus for the country. Thank you.
Just like Americans struggled for the many years. We struggled when Paul Wekesa left the court. Now we have Angelo Kutoi. Americans struggled since Andrew Agassi left the court. They had Serena Williams. Hopefully we can do something for her. Let's now talk about athletics. How are the preparations, by the way, for the Commonwealth before the World Championship?
Yeah, they've been in camp for the past 2 weeks, and I think the preparation has been at top gear. The first batch of the athletes are leaving tonight to Oregon, where they'll be ready to take to the world. Yeah, that's starting on 15th. That's on Friday. And I think Kenya will be able to maybe match or do better than what they did in 2019 in Doha.
Looking at the squad, people have talked about the squad for so long. Yes, athletes are leaving tonight for Oregon. When they are done with Oregon, they will be joining the rest in the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, UK. But looking at the squad that was selected, are we sure that we can have something better than Doha?
You know, every country, in every championship, they produce other young guys, other young talent coming in. And I think Kenya is able, even in Doha, no one knew that they'll manage to get 11 medals. That's 5 gold medal, 2 silver, 4
But we struggled. Remember, we just seated down there watching.
But remember, they were number 2 behind the United States, who had 29 medals.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we struggled, kinda.
We can say everyone struggled then, because being number 2 is not a joke. So many countries were there; they never managed to even get a single medal. And being number 2, being number 1 in Africa, I mean, that's quite an achievement.
But we continue with this. But let's take a look on the athletes who are going out, the new athletes who are going out, who are taking part in maybe for the first time, and those who have taken part maybe twice. They're making the second debut globally.
All the champions from the last from Doha Championship are all in. That's Conseslus in steeplechase. Obiri, instead of doubling, she'll be going for 10,000, and some of the guys who will be defending their title includes Timothy Cheriot, Beatrice Chepkoech will also be there.
So, if you look at these athletes, do we expect some of them to give us some gold medals, silver, bronze probably?
Definitely gold medal will come in, and I think looking at the squad, you look at the caliber of athletes we have, such as Faith Chepngetich. She's likely to defend the title. 1500 meter men title is coming back home. I'm pretty sure about that. And you never know. Other marathon, definitely we are going to win. both. I predict both men and
Ethiopians are coming.
Yes, I've seen the performance. I've been following all the performance the last season or two. Yeah, in marathon we are slightly ahead of them, and I can say that Kenya is going to do very well, especially in women. Yeah, where we have a defending champion, and Lawrence Cherono leading the men. Yeah. The men marathon team. Those all of them. They have podium material.
I don't wish to see the surprises of the Gensebes.
Yes, Ethiopians, you never undermine them at any global competition. They're always prepared. They're always ready to defend or get a surprise win. So we expect them. Even Ugandan, they're really improving. And don't be surprised also seeing other countries.
Look at people like, apart from the marathon, look at the 1,500 meters, 3,000 meters. We have big people who are defending, who are trying to come and win this thing. We have Sifan.
Sifan
and we have Nyunsaba.
Yeah, Nyunsaba.
She's African anyway, but she has given us hard time in the past.
Yes, Nyunsaba is one of those athletes who were barred from competing in 800, and now she's more of a 5,000 meter runner. She'll be in action, but she hasn't run 5,000 this season. Yeah, and I think maybe looking at the Kenyan entry, that's Gloria Kite, Margaret Chelimo, and with the other girl, the name is missing. I think Kenya still have an edge over her, considering she's pretty new. She doesn't even have a season best yet. That will be her first race this season.
She might be training silently. Looking at people like in 3,000 meters steeplechase, it's been elusive. We've won for long than anybody else in the world, but of late we are losing it slowly. Is there hope that we might recover this? We've lost it to Morocco, El Bakali. Of all the people, El Bakali from Morocco.
Moroccan are a good. They've been a good distance runners over the years, so you can't write them off. But remember, we are still the world champion. The reigning world champion comes from Kenya. That's
Conseslus. Yeah.
I've seen how he had some personal problem, then injury came in, and he has been improving. The last race he ran under 8. Yeah, but to be honest, Ethiopian Lemencha has been very impressive. He has actually ran 2 sub-8. Yeah, El Bakari has also run sub-8 in Rabat, the Diamond League. So looking at the Kenyan entry, you compare their performance, yes, we can say the two nations are slightly ahead of Kenya, but the last 1 month I've seen what the Kenyan been doing in training. Remember what Athletes Kenya did? They collected all the steeplechase runners and put them in a camp. Silently, quietly, no one knew about them. They were training at Nyayo Stadium for all 1 month. They're just going for Diamond League, coming back home. Diamond League and coming back home. So you never know.
So we might have a surprise as well.
It's not a surprise. We own it.
We haven't owned it for quite some years now.
It's been elusive. We own it. Steeplechase is ours. We are going to reclaim it.
I miss Kemboy, by the way. I miss Kemboy's time, because we were sure by then that when we're going into this, there's nobody's going to beat us in this.
Yes, Kemboy was a good runner and a showman at every global championship. But at one point you have to quit or leave the field for young guys to come in.
He left for his son anyway. His son is coming up as well.
Yes. His son?
Yeah, his son is coming up. Yeah. I saw the story, by the way, and I was just surprised.
You know something about Kenyan runners, you find their kids don't take up to the sport.
But his son is doing it.
Probably. We wait and see.
Kimboy Jr. We're waiting to see how he performs, by the way.
We wait and see.
It's a big
But
one.
I've followed Kenyan runners. I find out that most of their kids don't come into sports and be like their parents.
Right. Let's talk about some controversial news here. There was an issue about the qualification. There was an athlete who was complaining that he qualified, but his name was not in the qualification list. He said he came in second, but somebody else replaced him. What are the criteria of qualifications anyway?
Yeah, the panel of selectors stipulated this very well, that is 1 to across the line, but you have to meet all the criteria needed. For example, Kenya being in category A when matters doping is concerned, that means that everyone is looking at who has been picked for to represent the country. There's no way Athletes Kenya will be able to pick someone, yeah, and he hasn't been tested the three tests out of competition.
Yeah,
that one of the problems that is really affecting the country, but it's something that ADAC has been trying to do the test out of the competition test. But I think ADAC is underfunded by the government. Because there's so many talent who are locked out of the trial. The best thing the country can do is maybe to increase the funding so that they can be able to test more runners.
ADAC said, majority, I was in Mombasa, came yesterday, last night, and ADAC says they know majority of our athletes are using supplements. And supplements are actually not allowed to be used at any point. What do you make of that? Are we having more athletes banned in Oregon this time around like we saw in Tokyo?
You never know. You never know when IU will strike. But I know there are some athletes who are being investigated, but all of them, they're not in the team. So we can actually predict when the names will be released. But I'm pretty sure there are long distance runners who are being followed, and definitely the names can be released anytime.
So you should expect more shockers as time goes by.
It used to be a shocker, but I think nowadays they're being banned.
It shouldn't be normalized, by the way. It's not normal.
I've seen these athletes now serving for a ban come and still compete. It's a bad habit though, but
some of the top who came back, Keprop, Manangoi, are they going?
Manangoi is competing already, but remember, his ban wasn't doping as such. It was whereabouts.
Whereabouts. It's still a ban.
A ban is a ban, but a ban is a ban. It's still a violation.
Yeah.
But they're being allowed to come in and compete. He was actually at the trial. I think this weekend he was running in Belgium, some races there. So next year, there's still World Championship in Hungary. He might make
So that's why you said 1500 meters, you're sure?
Even looking at the bulk of young athletes coming in, we have a continuity in 1500.
So 1500 meters, Elijah Manangoi, that's a gold. Faith Kipyegon, how great how Faith is.
I said Timothy Cheriot is there. There's Kumari Taki.
But Cheriot has failed us so many times.
He's the defending champion.
Of course.
He finished second
but since then he has not.
He finished second at Olympic Games. He's a silver medalist. Okay. So you can't actually say that he has failed the country.
To some extent.
He has been dogged by injuries,
games, yeah.
I know, but as we speak now, he's at the top shape. Wait, maybe probably he'll be able to...
So it's between him and Manangoi. The rest can wait.
Manangoi is not going to the World Championship for your but even 800 will be having very interesting races.
Emmanuel Correa.
Emmanuel Correa, He's a Olympic champion.
Kinyamal
is also there. There's youngsters, Manuel Correa and Noah Kibet, all 17 years, all from World Under 20.
Noah Kibet is a Form 3, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's already running at the World Championship. Where were you at Form 3?
Maybe Sabi. So, anyway, thank you so much, Dennis, for joining me this morning, and we hope that the national team will be doing better in the World Championship set for 15th to this to 24th of this July.
Then so from there they'll proceed
with the Commonwealth Games.
Yes.
So the same squad.
It's pretty the same squad.
Same squad
apart from marathon team. Because marathon, there's no way they can run.
Even Malkia strikers were training in Brazil. Yes. Right now they're in Serbia. Yeah. They're doing their final touches as they proceed to Oregon. But also we're looking at people like Mary Moraa, 800 meters. Is she really somebody that we should be looking forward to, or it's time to watch?
She has really improved. She has produced sub-2 twice this year, actually in a month. There's something that I think now she's among the top 5 runners heading to Oregon. Yeah, apart from I think Mo and Jay Wilson, who are the home girl for state. Moraa can easily sneak in there in the podium and get something for us.
Really?
Yes.
So you see, I have 2 sisters now, Mary Moraa, Angelo Kutoi, and the others are coming. Thank you so much, okay, for joining. We take a short break. When you come back, you have plenty more about Wide Kaboro, who won the Africa Chess Championship gold in Zambia, and she will be here talking to me about that in a short while. Taking a short break, coming back in a short while.